I'm talking about our design schedule. What we like to do is start as soon as possible, get ahead as soon as possible so we have more time to think about ideas. The trick to getting things going for the next indoor season is getting your marching band riding as soon as possible.
As soon as humanly possible. We used to actually wait until indoor season was done to get the marching stuff out of the way, and we realized there's no way we can stay ahead in indoor season without starting marching band in March, February-ish, at least talking about it. And that's all to reverse engineer being able to get to the indoor stuff on time once fall riding's done, trying to get all that done before band camp even starts.
Yeah, so usually for us, for the indoor thing, we're talking about it all summer. Where we have ideas, we're like, maybe we could do this, maybe we could do that. Usually each group will have a couple of different ideas, and we like to let them simmer. You know, we like to just think about it throughout the summer. Usually by the end of summer, we have something. We're feeling good about something, we've talked about it. We've come up with a couple really cool ideas, like, okay, but if we do these 2 or 3 things, then this show is gonna be great.
Percussion from Westminster, California.
Like we were talking about earlier, when we get this early start, we like to have some sort of idea this early summer. And what happens is we like to just sit back and sometimes influences come to us. You know, a lot of the times it's just a movie or just watching TV or, you know, a YouTube video or whatever it is, like, oh, that's cool. Oh, interesting. And we start making this list. And what we say is like, there's nothing off limits for the conversation.
In this time frame.
Like, let's make a list of anything and don't talk about how it's not possible or how we're gonna do it. It's just like, we gotta be open and we gotta make this list. And then at some point, as we get closer to actually starting the show,
then you start crossing stuff off.
We gotta be more realistic. But sometimes we can, you know, if you have enough time to really think about an idea, it'll come to you how you can pull it off.
There is a concept behind and some benefit behind having a like designer's focus weekend. And John and I in the past have tried like, okay, we're gonna get together for these 3 days and we're gonna figure out the whole show. And honestly, just for us, it's never worked out. We like the long-term marination process of getting the germinal ingredients of the show and just letting it organically turn into something. But we do it so early that it may seem like when we come out with our show and it's fully fleshed out and we throw it out there that we just had all this stuff in our brain and we just wrote it right away. But we started the process so early.
The marination process.
It is. It's totally the marination process.
And we've learned recently that we'll get so deep into it with just ourselves, And then sometimes we come out and it's like, oh man, what are we doing? So we've tried to also incorporate other people's ideas. And it's that thing again, it's like, the couple other people, like really anyone on staff, hey, we're thinking about this. What do you think? And there'll be good reactions or bad reactions. Or sometimes, a lot of times people bring ideas to the table. Sometimes they're great, sometimes they're terrible. Just like our ideas are, trying to get a little bit of outside influence, whether it's a band director or just a friend, a driller, anything. Like, what do you think about this? And it's nice to get that first impression before you just like send them an MP3 of here's our entire show. What do you think?
Right. A little bit of shock factor there. Like, you're doing a cat show? Yeah, no, but see, it's about the cats and the lives of the cats. And as I say this out loud, I realize it's a bad idea. When you're coming up with a concept or you're coming up with a show, the question comes is sort of the chicken before the egg. Did you come up with the concept first or did you come up with the music first? And we've found the most success for us as a design team is to have the concept first, because the concept really dictates the music. John comes up with a lot of our ideas and then will push me in a musical direction and give me some reference. But I think for us, we like to keep the concept in the forefront of our minds when we're designing the show so that all the music choices aren't just things that we think are cool, but they're things that we think are cool that fit within the concept. Because there's tons of great music out there, and we write a lot of original music, but we've started doing arrangements more as well. But really always focusing on how that music relates to the concept or how it can create an effect for us that's related to the concept seems to be always at the front of our minds when we're designing.
Making sure that there's a visual component. So we're not just picking great music and we have some great drill, but what does it all mean? Where's it all going?